Okay, the live stream should be starting up soon. Please give a moment for make sure everything's set on. Okay, it looks like YouTube is up and going. Twitch is going. Let me check Rumble. Yep, Rumble is going good. Yeah, I need to double check Twitter more often. I also have that live stream. Yep, looks like that one's going as well. Very nice. Let me check my other computer. Please give me another moment. And looks like my live stream on my other computer is going fine. So let's go to get started. Greetings everyone, and Great here, another Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition replay. Spawn on the north side as the Orange Burgundians. We have Rick and Andy. Spawn on the south side as the Blue Italians. We have Belize? No idea how to properly pronounce that. Let's go and cover each player's civilization benefits. Sorry, it's my first replay of the day, and I'm a little bit out of it. Burgundians, they are cavalry civilization. Economic upgrades available 1 earlier and cost 33% less food. Stable technologies cost 50% less, which should be very useful for his various cavalier stuff. He can get paladin. Speaking of which, cavalier upgrades available in Castle Age. Gunpowder units attack 25% faster. Unique units of Cordelier, which is a cavalry which has an alpha strike. And Flemish Militia, which is all in the strategy. Burgundian Vineyards, farmers slowly generate gold additional food, which is very nice, especially for the very late game. And Flemish Revolution upgrades all existing villagers of Flemish Militia. Can create Flemish Militia at the barracks. And relics generate both food and gold, which makes them a little bit more valuable. So really eye for those relics because they have double value. No, I actually don't know if it's double value or if the value is equivalent. Or his opponent, the Italians, archer and naval civilization. Advanced next age costs less. Docks and universes technologies cost less. Fishing ships cost less, which is not important here. And gunpowder units cost less. Genoese crossbowman, which is anti-cavalry, archer, or space archer, not cavalry archer, but anti-cavalry archer. Spearman stabbing away against that house there. And the Cantineros, the anti-gunpowder unit, which his opponent does have gunpowder bonuses. You got, looks like a couple archers now deployed on the field, as well as a spearman. Unique text, passive. Foot archers and Cantinero get +1/+1 armor, very nice. And Silk Road trade units cost 50% less, which is completely worthless on this map. Cantineros are available in the barracks in Imperial Age, which is a very nice thing. They're a good alternative to the champion. They don't require any upgrades. Sure, champions are more effective, but they having no upgrades cost for it can be very nice. It looks like he's collecting Ibex, long range, not near a mill, with a single villager. Weird. But got some archers getting some good damage over here, trying to suppress these villagers for collecting up these farms. And let's see what he's going to pull out and restore. Yeah, let's see what he's going to pull out in defense. We will have some skirmishers to build queue, very nice. He's fighting against mostly archers and the spearmen, so the skirmishers should be plenty in order for defense. This map also does spawn up both players immediately with horse for scouting purposes, though this horsey will go down. And we got the skirmisher trying to throw some spears. We got a single outpost here as well. Were the outposts natural? The outposts may be natural to this map because they're both an outpost for both players in a relatively similar position. This, I think, a map was technically mega random. Blue's horse is over here. Providing some vision. Though, what if it's trapped there? It's hard for me to tell. It looks like it's inside a forest. Outpost is receiving quite a bit of damage there. The outpost has no inherent pierce armor or hack armor, so the archers will do full damage versus the outpost. And the outpost does go down there. The blue horse does escape on... Wait, there's another blue horse? Did both players have 2 horses? That may be the case. Mega Random, there's always a little bit variation. I wonder if Mega Random is based off of some community map that people like that they're testing out before making go live. But that's just a guess. Because there's a lot of unique mechanics to this map, having those outposts as well as some horses. When I say unique, I mean unique, different than your usual standard play. Do you have 8 archers now deployed on the field? We've only got 3 defensive skirmishers here. I've got 4 skirmishers now deployed out on the field. Right now the villager count is favor of blue, 32 versus 34. However, orange is going for Castle H right now. Blue maybe have Castle H. Yeah, Castle H is on the field queue, so orange will have a better Castle H time for the moment. He could go for elite skirmishers quickly. He can't get elite skirmishers, right? I can't think of any faction that can't get elite skirmishers. Where's the elite skirmisher tech? Cavalry archers, there it is. See. And now I do got a fast, somewhat fast castle being deployed on the field. I'm not sure it's technically classified as fast castle, because usually fast castle refers to the castle H, not necessarily the castle itself. But this also provides orange a good amount of population space, though orange does have a good population space already. Blue now has received his own Castle H. Let's see, Burgundian's unique unit is Cordelier, which is of course the Cavalier that, or cavalry unit that has a good alpha strike. Should be very effective with these archers. I believe it does like plus 20 alpha damage. So, and a follow-up hit should be able to follow them out. Like, what is it, like 1? No, it has to be more than 5 damage is base damage. So I think it's like 8, 10. If it does 10, I'm supposed to increase health now, so should be able to shot these crossbowmen, assuming they don't get any melee armor. And Cordeliers do train relatively quickly. Most castle units do train pretty quickly because they can only build so many castles. Granted, you can only build so many stables, but it's easy to build stables and castles. Getting some good damage onto these palisade walls now. And the palisade wall does go down. These crossbowmen currently have 7 attack. The castle does provide some good attack capability. Looks like he's spending a lot of his resources. He is low on food and gold. Both players are very low on resources. That's actually a good sign. It means they're spending it, not saving it. Or floating it, I should say. And that's definitely an outpost that nobody would build an outpost like that. So these had to be natural spawning outposts. I like that. More palisade walls going up. You've got a siege war truck trying to be pulled on the field. Getting on Mangonel or 5 wouldn't hurt. So 5 is probably a bit too many. If you look at the map as well, it looks like there's only appear to be 2 relics on the entire map. Unless somebody's claiming a lot of relics already, but I see no relics actually claimed on the, what's it called, the score screen down the bottom, so I'm not sure if this map may simply only have 2 relics. It's actually a big negative for the Burgundian player with their team bonus. Oh, that's not really a big negative, a minor negative. But it could also be a positive for the Burgundian player. If he's having trouble claiming the relics, that means his potential bonus with the gold income from the farms could be much more valuable than the passive gold income from the relics. Cordeliers running around. Got these skirmishers still here. No skirmisher upgrade just yet. He has currently 3 Cordeliers inside here, 4th on the way. He has 2 towns as well. Right now the villager count is 46 to 46, so the villager count is quite similar. Blue Here's just only have the 1 town center at the moment. There's the 2nd town center now. There's actually good town center place there. We'll be able to collect the gold and the stone very reasonably well.
Davis.
And got these 20 crossbowmen falling back. Cordeliers, how much pierce armor do they have? Only 3, not a whole lot to resist crossbow fire. And their alpha strike does not activate against buildings, or at least against walls. You got a house being put on the field. Excellent place for your locations. Location, location, location. That's what real estate always say. And what's better than next to a bunch of pillaging horsemen, right?
See.
Got 20 crossbowmen here. Remember, that's also the Italian player. If the Italian player goes for a castle, he can get out some Genoese crossbowmen, which should be a bit more effective than the regular crossbowmen against these Cordeliers. However, they do have inherently less range than the crossbowmen, if I remember correctly. Like, I think the range actually is relatively short, but they will get bonus damage versus these Cordeliers. So mixing in some Genoese crossbowmen wouldn't be half bad. Though mixing some Mangonels wouldn't be half bad either. Gain some bonus damage to the high ground. Minimal splash damage there, because thinks he's on the low ground. And then Mangonel does go down quite handedly. One relic has been claimed. Not sure by who. Looks like by Orange. Very nice. One Cordelier in the castle. Got these Cordeliers moving around. Crossbowman looks like advancing forward in box formation. Ready to box for his opponent. More crossbowmen here. Got another monster. Now the monster will be pulled up by blue. Start hacking down these wall segments now. Got one relic remains. Orange now eyeing for another town center. Blue does have superior number of villagers. I think Orange had more town centers, more duration. I think he's been spending most of his food on those Cordeliers. It's not entirely half bad idea, seeing how many crossbows are out on the field. And now Mangonel and Scorpion's forward. If he draws fire with those forces, that would be great for Orange. Does get a good hit there. Does lose a Scorpion. Now Cordeliers advance forward. They're trying to eye for these crossbowmen. Mangonel does roll a miss there. Does have a nice choke point there. He may just want to stand and fight there. Monk now trying to get a convert there. Oh, good hit there. Not a good idea to stand and fight there. There's a Mangonel. Wow, that was a stupid idea from me.
Davis.
And now we got a castle being put out by blue. Handful of Genoese crossbowmen would be quite handy. Yeah, I think the Genoese crossbowman's base range is 4, while the base range of the crossbowman is 5, so the Ottoman arrow should push up the range to 6, which is still reasonable. And let's see what Blue's going for at the moment. See more villagers, more monks, more crossbowmen. Good archers and Cannoneer get plus 1 plus 1 armor. Both of those are going to be very useful. But plus 1 pierce armor and hack armor is always generally nice, especially when versus other archers. But Mangonels still pose a bit of a threat, don't they? Castle not put on field. Don't see any Genoese crossbowmen build a cube just yet. Going a handful, I would say, would be quite nice. Monk trying to go for conversion there. Good item to go versus the Cordeliers. Now it converts one and gets rid of it. It also draws a lot of the alpha strikes. Now do got Imperial Age for the Italian player. Do also have Imperial Age for the Burgundian player. Blue horse still there. And these orange monks do a good job of healing up these Cordeliers. It's always a good idea to get you guys healed up. And orange has claimed both relics. Very nice. If you look at the mini-map, there's actually not a lot of gold on this map, is there? We got both players have safe gold deposits, but out here, there's only 2 small gold deposits. That's nothing. Blue may be eyeing for a mining camp over here, maybe. Or an outpost. That will be very useful. Another outpost over here as well. Orange to point out outpost as well. There's actually a small stone deposit up here. We got gold deposit and a stone deposit up here. Snow leopard as well. Snow kitty cat. And that's not an outpost. That's a castle. That is much bigger than an outpost. By a factor of... trying to count how much stone. 20 times 6. plus another 10 by 130 times more stone. If my math is horribly wrong. Do not castle here. Blue's outpost does spot all of this. Very nice. Because Orange knows about that outpost. He does not know about that outpost. So he doesn't realize about that. He does not know about the castle being pulled on out as well. Blue does know about those Mangonels advancing forward. Monk's trying to go for the diversion there. Mangonel's trying to charge it forward, trying to throw some rounds onto those villagers. Does get a good hit there. And a very good hit there. It does get one of the Mangonels, both the Mangonels on off him. Very good snipe there. And his monks can take time to heal up these crossbowmen. Or it's going to take time to secure out this gold deposit. And this is going to be a trash war very quickly. How much gold does Blue have left? None? Oh no, he does have this gold deposit over here. Still a good amount left right there. But I think his other one is cleaned up. Over here, still got a good amount of gold for both. Not a lot there. Some there. Both players are down half their gold reserve. So they have to fight for these 4 gold mines. Blue knows about this one. Let's say there's a couple outposts there. Blue could eye securing up that other gold deposit and stone deposit. Trebuchet's not pulling the field. There's not a whole lot of stone deposits out in the field as well, so there's not going to be a whole lot of castles. It can easily become a trash war. We're going to have to start talking about trash wars sooner rather than later. Got a couple trebuchets now being pulled by Orange. Blue does lose one to capture the Mangonels. Blue has a good number of trebuchets already firing away. And we've got some bombards as well as some arbalists in the field. I would say mix in a couple Genoese crossbowmen. Bombards a good idea. Let's see. What can affect trash wars? No Legionnaires, only onagers. Gunpowder units cost 20% less, but that all requires gold. There's nothing here that would suggest good trash war units. Nothing. And Orange has the vineyards for his gold deposits. The Burgundian vineyards will be very important for trash wars. They will pull out an extra gold deposit. Plus he has both relics. Castle's trying to go on down. Orange has some bombards as well, so we've got bombards for both players. The Italian player needs to be aggressive. He needs to use his gold, cheaper gunpowder units in order to make an advance. He will run his opponent with gunpowder-based units for the time being while he still can. Because overall, I don't think Orange is going. I think Orange will win on the long run with his extra gold generation from the vineyards. He could also, Orange could pull out a lot of extra town centers in order to go for Flemish Revolution to get a big power spike to bleed off his opposed gold units. And then he can perhaps go have like 6 town centers to quickly use up the remaining wood reserves and 4 extra villagers. Without being highly aggressive, Blue's villager does spot all of this over here. Got a good number of Cordeliers here. Got primarily a crossbow and bombard force, and the bombard should be cheaper due to the cheaper gunpowder units. Yeah, minus 20%, which is significant. And what the universal technology still need to go for? Pretty much all of them. Going for a forward castle there, he's trying to secure up these resources. Got a lot of elite skirmishers in this area, which is going to be effective versus these arbalists. But they only have 8 range. Arbalists do have also 8 range, never mind. The skirmishers are going to engage more successfully. He needs some Mangonels, perhaps hit them. Cordeliers advancing on forward. He has no Genoese crossmen to protect this region. These looks like these Cordeliers will collapse on in. Trying to go for the bombards. The Alpha Strike does affect the bombards there. Does get something converted. Arbalists getting overran, bombards getting overran. Does have the trebuchets receiving some extra damage there, which actually is good for Blue. They do have 88 inherent pierce armor, while the skirmishers' attack is only 7, so that was 1 damage each. Those crossbowmen are based on 4. The skirmishers still pose mass threat. Bombard goes down, trying to throw around there on that keep or castle. Okay. Got a big wave of crossbowmen being pulled out, or arbalists being pulled out by Blue, as well as going for these masonry upgrade, as well as mason guilds. I think that's mason guilds. I always forget the name of that technology. Wait, that's the market bonus, isn't it? That's the market research for reduce tribute penalty. And that is going to be important in this sort of matchup. You have these light cavalry advancing forward. The castles are not in range to protect them. So you can hit these gold deposit quite often, though the castle is in range. Actually, 11 range reaches pretty far. You may not have ballistics at the moment. He does have ballistics and chemistry. More bombards being put on field, going for more wood upgrades, as well as now the handcart. Good number of bombards here, as well as trebuchets, starting to siege down Orange's infrastructure. Blue's now eyeing for another castle over here, starting to set up a network of castles. We do got Orange has a castle being put here, trying to claim this gold deposit. Very nice. Both players are eyeing for the gold deposit. Orange is using this back final gold deposit now. I think Blue may have consumed his. And a lot of these skirmishers are seeing a bit of fire there. Got a couple bombards here. They're trying to hit these arbalists. So the bombard does find a hit on the bombard. And it's also taking time to repair up the siege workshop. It does get fully repaired there. Crossbow are slowly being whittled away. Not focused on the Cordelier. Only has 6 pierce armor. I wonder if they're elite Cordeliers at the moment. Not sure. A lot of Orange's infrastructure starting to go on down. Let's see what's currently building out at the moment. Orange. Going for more skirmishers, light cavalry, and villagers. Light cavalry, can you go up the Hussars? You can go up the Hussars. Cordeliers advancing forward. They're not elite Cordeliers. Arbalists do have 40 health, so the extra bonus damage to the Alpha Strike Cordeliers won't one-shot Arbaliers, but the extra follow-up swipe should take them out. Trebuchet now trying to be overrun by the light cavalry. Very nice. And stable infrastructure has not been cleaned on up. He does save the trebuchet there, but now the bombard's in the castle. Now we've got these forces pushing forward. He may not have murder holes in the moment, seeing it's shooting the housing there. And got a big wave of villagers trying to advance over here, trying to claim up this gold deposit. The stone deposit over here is still on the ground as well. Cordelier is slowly hacking down this castle. Will take a significant amount of time. It has 9 inherent pierce arm or hack armor, and these Cordeliers only have 8 attack damage. So these slices looks like doing 3 damage each. And more now Hussars being brought to the field. Trebuchet is now starting to siege down Blue's castle. Does take it out. Does this backline castle there, and we've got crop rotation now being put out by Orange. Trebuchets were seeing some fire there. Light cavalry now advance forward, trying to get some hits there on the Cordeliers. And Orange has a townsend here, trying to claim plus gold, as well as some forward wood. More Cordeliers, more Hussars, more Bombards, and even a Spearman, unupgraded. Going for Squires, trying to get some Halberdiers and that line up and going. He can get up to, that's Flemish Militia. He can get up to Halberdier. Or sort of overrun Blue's back line. Blue's now to pull out some more elite skirmishers as well. Light cavalry charging forward, slowly being picked on down. Gonna be a bit of a trash war. What can Blue deploy out? He can't get Hussars. He needs to be able to get Hussars research. Doesn't have a whole lot of food now, does he? He's okay, he does kill a bunch of light cavalry there. We do not have this castle now being put on the field. Let's try to siege down, secure up this gold deposit. Secure up these gold deposits is going to be very important. Orange making good headway collecting up that gold deposit. Blue looks like he's out of gold in the back line. And right now, Blue has a set amount of gold, while his opponent is going to have ever increasing amount of gold. Orange is starting to claw a victory in the game, I believe. I think he will win the long run with all the extra gold generation. He's also been deploying counter units a bit more effectively than his opponent. He's going for elite skirmishers, while his opponent was going for arbalists. So overall, I think Orange has played this game a little bit better, and his faction choice or civilization choice in this matchup is much better. Let's got one of the bombards there, though. More of the light cavalry kills deploy on the field, and looks like Blue does back of the game now. This is great saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Hey, before I start the next replay, I can hear my AC turned on. I'm going to turn it off to perhaps reduce any background noise that you all may be hearing. Please give me a moment. It'll take a moment to kick off. I was wondering if people can hear me when I'm holding up my microphone again. Hope something. Oh, there we go. Yep, I can just make sure I see the live chat. Oh, that one is complete. So on the next replay, Spanish versus Turks. Greetings everyone, and great here from another HMARS 2 Definitive Edition replay. Spawn on the right side as the Yellow Turks, we have Mitu. So look, have fun, you two. On the left side as the Blue Spanish, we have Winchester. Is that some sort of name off of Winchester? Dean Winchester. I wonder who Dean is when it comes to Winchester. That part I'm not familiar with. But either way, let's go over each player's civilization bonuses. The Turks, they're gunpowder civilization. Gunpowder units get additional 25% hit points. Researching gunpowder technologies costs 2% less, and chemistry is free. Gold miners work 20% faster. Scout, light cavalry, and hussars get +1 pierce armor. Light cavalry and hussar upgrades are free. So you get good guns and good trash scouts. But it's more accessible trash scouts. Unique units as Janissary, and just a very good hand cannoneer. Unique text, Sapa, cavalry archers get +20 health. You can get up to heavy cav, I believe. Let's see. There's heavy cav, yep. And can get Parthian tactics and thumb rings, so you got good stock cavalry archers. And artillery, +2 range on bombard towers, bombard cannons, and cannon galleons. Gunpowder units are created 25% faster. Yeah, let's now advance to the feudal age. And we do got a militia rush there coming out by Yellow. That villager does escape on out there. A couple of villagers are severely wounded. Cops keep them next to the town center, but to keep them inside the town center to get some health regen. Hint, hint. That's a horrible idea. That's the hint. And of course, let's go over the Spanish civilization's bonuses. Spanish are usually a pretty big fan favorite. They're gunpowder and monk civilization. Those work 30% faster. Blacksmith upgrades do not cost gold. Cannon galleons benefit from ballistics. Gunpowder units fire 18% faster, so you've got fast, more DPS versus the more sturdy ones. Which the extra health may counteract the faster fire in a cannoneer war. You receive +20 gold for each technology research and unique units. Conquistador, mounted hand cannoneer, fan favorite. What's better than hand cannoneer is a mounted hand cannoneer. And of course, the missionary, something to do for your wife. Unique text, Inquisition, monks converse faster, missionaries get +1 range. You can also have access to all missionary technologies. And supremacy, villagers are strong in combat. It's a bit of a meme technology, but it actually can be reasonable. Team bonus is completely worthless. No teams here. There's scouts still move around, militia still in this area. We've got this archer now on field. Great hit there by the town center. Rolls a miss there of the archer. Even though he is Spanish, you still have basically the same archers as everybody else in Feudal Age. So going for Feudal Age archers is not a horrible idea. In fact, it can throw your opponent for a loop as well. The Spanish, however, if you don't realize it, for those who don't know, they cannot be upgraded crossbowmen nor arbalists. So what you get, you can't get really anything stronger with the archers there. Only what you can get for your research, such as bracer, clutching, and Bodican arrow. Overall, they are very, very weak in Castle Age. So don't go past Castle Age with your archers, and whatever remaining archers you have, just use them to harass around. We got a handful of skirmishers here, as well as a pair of archers. You have this militia member does go on down. He has not gone for man-at-arms. It looks like Blue's going to be relying on defensive skirmishers and a couple of defensive archers there to engage his opponent. We got 3 archers here, 2 skirmishers here, got 4 skirmishers here, some 2 archers here. Archers now rotating around, going the long way around. This lion could get some good hits on in. And we'll start nomming on some of these archers and they start trying to find a flank. He does go ahead and take out the lion there. No Nemeton lion.
Servidora.
He may harass this gold line. Villagers do have wounds, so they do have 2 inherent pierce armor. The archers have 5 damage. They do have the fletching research, so they will do 3 damage per arrow versus villagers. And they will get nice and close to reduce the inaccuracy. This gets good volleys there, good pursuit there, but does unable to get the kill on the villager. But does harass the gold economy. Does pull off the gold, the wounded villager there, in order so he doesn't actually lose it. These archers do go down. And we've now got the wood line now being harassed. Good hits there, great micro there. Does get the kill there on the villager. Blue does have a slight villager advantage, 32 versus 30. I think Yellow's just been a little bit slow on villager production, or maybe he has gotten wheelbarrow. He may have gotten wheelbarrow. That's the only thing I would say that will cause him to have less villagers. I suppose we can look and see how much these guys are carrying. Now that was just drop of 10, so it doesn't look like it appears to have wheelbarrow. There's nowhere I can look up here. Oh, we can see. I didn't look on top of the economic text. He has not got a wheelbarrow, so I think he's just been a little bit slow on his villager production. Good number of skirmishers here. Got a good number of defensive skirmishers here, just trying to keep this gap closed. He perhaps could patrol around the high ground. He does have fletching upgrade. He needs fletching to help reasonably defend against archers. Skirmishers and archers do have the both same range, and if you don't get your own fletching research against the archers fletching, you will be at a range disadvantage, which makes it a bit harder to pin these guys down. More harassment there. Got more archers here, and this time another villager goes down for blue. Blue still has a higher villager count by a small, very small margin of 1. Like that too. More people being brought on the stone line there. And that villager does get hit significantly as well. Blue does not have enough skirmishers here. Good hits on the villager. Archers do not have a minimum range there, so getting the villager to shank them is not a really good idea. And blue does lose another skirmisher there. Got more skirmishers now being pulled over here. We've got 7 blue skirmishers now on the field. Versus a force of 8 here. 4 archers, 4 skirmishers. They will be pushed back to a corner. Got a pair of housing there. He can still throw some spears and arrows over the tree line. And now trying to hit these skirmishers here. Yellow skirmisher trying to draw fire, allowing his archers to escape on out of there. Very nice. And now we do have Castle Witch being researched by Yellow. Blue right now is not going for Castle Witch. Oh yeah, I forgot. I think he is saving his resources, yeah. You can see a lot of, he's saving up his food, he has enough gold. And I remember something as well, if you hold down shift while clicking on a player, you can switch between players. I need to remember that. Another villager goes down. Very, very good harassment there by Yellow. We also now got Pierce Armor being researched by Yellow, as well as the Horse Collar. Right now, Blue is eyeing for trying to patch up this wall. We do have Horse Collar and Gold Mine. I forget the level one's called. Initial Gold Mine Research. Gold Miner. And the Horse Collar is complete. Let's see, what is this called? I can't highlight it, it just says Global Q. And Gold Mining Research complete. Okay, that name is boring. Not Horse Collar. Gold Mining Research. They couldn't just say, like, iron pickaxes or something. Because the lumber upgrades have something fancy. The wood upgrades have something fancy. But not any of these technologies. Gold mining, stone shaft. They could just, that is, of course, another name for it. So it looks like stone mining research and then stone shaft. Shaft makes sense. They could change the first one. Like, gang teams or something.
Presto.
Or gold purification. I don't know. Something.
Si.
Is that me being a little bit too nitpicky? Either way, you got these good number of archers being employed on, push their way on out. We do have crossbow and bottlekin arrow research now. Blue will need to go out for elite skirmisher upgrade relatively soon. He sees a crossbowman. Does get his pierce armor research. These skirmishers, if they don't get elite skirmishers, not only they have less health, just less of every stat. Skirmishers do go down. There's a castle. He's going for conquistadors. Conquistador with that. Oh, there's a gap there. That must be an oversight. Now it's going to try to interrupt the castle being pulled on out. Let's get inside the town center. And he doesn't want to advance any farther forward or to risk town center fire. Now it's going to take time to get more of the castle being built. We do now have leather armor or leather archer armor research. And the first conquistador on the build queue. You may want to group them up in groups of one or more than just one, maybe groups of 2 or 3 before it starts pushing towards these crossbowmen. Because crossbowmen, there's just a good number there. 7. It's usually a lucky number. We got another hit squad of 7 advancing on forward. And they're successfully assassinating some farms. They're making a whole lot of kebabs with these archers. And we got a scorpion being put on the field. Very nice. I like seeing scorpions. It's not very common. And we'll roll a miss there. Good dodge there. Scorpions do have 7 inherent pierce armor. Crossbows have 7 inherent damage. So that means the archers will do 1 arrow damage each. So, and the 40 health of the scorpion means it would take 40 hits. Rolls a miss there. Find, skewer some there. Conquistadors on the retreat path. No. Additional conquistadors there. And the castle finds some excellent hits there. He went too close to the castle. Now he paid for a handful of lives there. Scorpion does not catch up there. Now we've got the conquistadors advancing forward. We got 3 of them. Their base damage is 16. I don't believe they're doing any bonus damage. So 16 base damage, which means these guys, if they all hit, will do 48 damage. And the crossbowmen do only have 35 health. So they focus fire. They can kill off crossbowmen every single volley. Assuming they hit. They're not exactly the most accurate units. Does cut down some of these villagers. Very, very nice. The villagers have 40 inherent health as well. And it looks like the villagers will sustain, let's see, 16 health remaining. So I took 2 shots there. So it looks like they do take full damage from those shots. 2 shots would be 16, 32. Actually, that's not 2 full shots. Probably should not really do math right now. Villagers now advancing, or conquistadors advancing forward. May find a volley there. Conquistadors do have a range of 6. Town center has a range of 6 as well. These forces are advancing forward. None of them is a little bit wounded there. There's 21 there that can easily overwhelm these conquistadors, and now they're just back. Hold on back. They currently have 3 pierce armor. Not a whole lot. Blue's now eyeing for aggressive castle. Got a bit of a power play now trying to be pulled up by Blue. The castle provides some great fire support in this region. Scorpion does find some good volleys there. Now he will stop the castle start being built. We'll be hitting these villagers immediately. The Scorpion's going to get some great covering fire. These needs start pushing forward on the far side of the castle. While these palisade walls are starting to be focused on down, a lot of the conquistadors advance forward. And having more castle squad on the field will allow more villagers. Yellow has more villagers, not villagers, conquistadors. Yellow has more villagers than Mo because he has multiple town centers. 3, I think Blue just only has the 1. Yes, Yellow's only 1 villager queue at the moment. Yale's not eyeing for his own defensive castle. The Turk's unique unit is the Janissary. Let's see now. Yellow right now is just going on villagers. No military production at the moment. Now I've got some Janissaries from the field. Conquistadors coming for a flank. Blue's trying to steal his opponent's stone right there. Very, very nice. Scorpion still firing away, getting some good collateral damage. And now this archery range will go down. More Janissaries now being deployed on the field. You know, got Imperial Age not being researched by Yellow, while Blue is likely not going for Imperial Age anytime soon. In fact, doesn't have enough gold at the moment. But needs a bit more villagers there. I'm not sure why it's going for Imperial Age. There's a pretty sizable force on this front doorstep. Maybe eyeing for, can he get Arbalest? He cannot get Arbalest. Some of this housing starting to go down. Yellow does have extra population housing, which is important. Getting more Janissaries queued on up as well. He may be eyeing for elite Janissary research. He's getting more stone out as well. He may want to go for second castle, just get more Janissary production at the moment. Magneto is advancing forward. Finds a miss there. Does see a good volley there from the Conquistadors going on down. Boots on advance forward. Got some Janissaries now pulling field. Janissaries do have 70 attack. Guns down one of these Magnetos. Scorpion gets gunned down as well. Fires a volley there onto that house, and it looks like more crossbow and Janissaries start to advance on forward. Janissaries do have 8 range, which is actually quite significant. I think regular Cannoneer range is what, 6 or maybe 7? Conquistadors range is 6, so the Janissaries will have more range. And now I've got a castle being pulled out here. Oh, that's maybe another reason why he's going for Imperial Age. He needs a trebuchets. That's probably it. Some of these villagers are starting to be gunned down. Yellow has 82 villagers, opponent has 58. Now I got ballistics being researched, and now it's going for more Pierce armor himself. And now there's Imperial Age. Blue now has to be a bit more aggressive to deal with his opponent. Blue now has, looks like, has a handful of Conquistadors being queued up there. Getting wheelbarrow research out as well. Conquistadors trying to break on in. They may get pinned up to the edge of the map there. No, multiple of these Conquistadors going down. That's a pretty big loss for Blue. Yellow's not going for some trebuchets there, trying to siege down his opponent's keeps or castles. He is getting some good damage there on this town center. He has Conquistadors garrison the inside with means extra arrows. And now Blue has received his own Imperial Age. Yellow's not going for any more Janissaries at the moment, nor going for the elite Janissary research. Neither player has gone for any relics either. Trebuchet now getting some damage there on the blacksmith. Castle. And now Blue has put out his own trebuchet. He's going to need more than just the one. Okay, so it's going to try to find an engagement there on those villagers, but they do not get it. And good hits there from the castle. With ballistics, these castle will be very good defensive items versus these Conquistadors. And it looks like the villager will get gunned down. Did start the house there, but that quickly be gunned down. Palisade wall will go down, and Blue's keep does, or castle does go down as well. Janissaries now advancing forward, trying to overrun these trebuchets. Get some good damage onto it.
Emret.
Conquistadors, now we'll find some of these villagers. This does gun them down one at a time. A little bit overkill there, though. And did blue just surrendered? Yep, blue has surrendered. This is Grade saying, thanks for watching, and on to the next replay. See now, Mongols and the Huns. That should be pretty interesting. It's been a while since I've seen the Huns. Just give me a moment to stretch out my legs. I am in my afternoon crash. Sometimes stretching out my legs help me picking up a bit for the rest of the stream. There we go. That should help out. Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another HMRS 2 Definitive Edition replay. Spawn on the north side as the red Mongols. We have Kalamalahala, I think. Spawn on the bottom right side as the blue Huns. We have Exu 1990. I have no idea how to pronounce that either. Let's go and cover each player's civilization bonuses. The Mongols, a pretty big fan favorite. Cavalry Archer civilization. Cavalry Archers fire 25% faster. Like Cavalry Hussars and Steppe Lancers, get additional 30% hit points. It also does stack with Bloodlines. Hunters do work 40% faster, which is actually a pretty sizable food bonus there. Getting your huntables that already provided faster food now provides even more food. Unique units of Magnite, an anti-siege Cavalry Archer, which also has better stats than regular Cavalry Archer. Unique text: Nomads, lost houses do not decrease headroom, and drill. Siege workshop units 50% faster. Team bonus: Scout Cavalry like Cavalry Hussars get +2 line of sight, making your scouts more effective at scouting. The Huns, a civilization you actually don't really see all too often. They do not need houses, but sort of minus 100 wood, which means they don't build houses, period. Cavalry Archers cost 10% and 20% less in PLH, and troops have plus 30% accuracy, so making them decent for the Treb Wars. Nuke unit is a Kartarkan, which is an anti-building cavalry unit, but I think it's a little bit weak at that job, honestly. Got the scouts engaging them or chasing down the scouts. Marauders. Tarkans can be created at the stables. Atheism. Still a bit of a meme technology. Plus 100 years in Relic Wonder victories. Enemy generates 50% less gold, which makes it better in Trash Wars. And stables work 20% faster. Overall, I'm not really impressed with the Huns. I think Tarkans just needs to do a much more damage versus buildings to be a bit more reasonable. Because right now, a lot of stuff hacking down buildings take a bit of time. They should actually do Tarkans, I believe, should just do. I'm going to say outright, maybe +5 damage versus buildings outright. They should pose a bit more of a threat. They do have decent pierce armor, if I remember correctly. By the way, they also do have access to the Dromans out in the water now, as alternative to the Cannon Galleon, which is actually also mixed between a Onager or Magnell and a Cannon Galleon, which is interesting. They do have a slight unique capability there. Okay, we do got, of course, these scouts now roaming around. Do have, looks like 5 scouts, 1 wounded. Got one of red scouts being focused down there. We've got 4 scouts here, much more wounded. So overall, it looks like blue is in a better position for his own scouts. These scouts are moving around trying to engage these forces. Sorry, I hit my microphone once again. Do now have this spearman advance forward, and do got a spearman in return. Blue spearman is trying to ward away red scouts. Red spearman could be focused down by blue scout if needed. And over here, we do have these forces starting to engage each other. Got another spearman in this region. Right now, we got 7 scouts there. All good number of them are quite wounded. Blue scout there does get picked off, or the blue spearman. We only have 5 scouts here and a lion, which could bite something. Of course, lions cannot bite scouts. They can bite spearmen. This blue spearman will advance forward. We'll see 5 damage right there. And blue's going to take the opportunity to counterattack. We got this villager trying to pull out some more walls there. Blue has a good job of pulling out walls. It's a nice, neat little circle. And since he's Huns, he doesn't really need to make it much larger there in order to build housing. So he's able to get a very compact base. Though his stone is outside of his sector, but it does have the gold inside his walls. While the Mongols still have to build housing, at least in this game. Age of Empires 4, he took the no pop housing required bonus. And blue is on high ground there, so blue spearmen should win out. So the damage just seems like quite similar. Went down by 4. And that was going down by 3 as well. It does take out the blue spearmen there as well. Blue's lost a number of spearmen there, but we do of course have less villagers for red. Got 7 scouts right now. Good number of them wounded. There's only 5 scouts here, but they're pretty healthy, barring 1. So this actually could be a bit of toss-up. If Blue's able to focus on the wounded scouts first, he may win the fight. Either way, it's going to be a Pyrrhic victory for Red. He's going to lose a large number of scouts, and if he gets a bunch of wounded scouts in return left over, they're not going to do all too much. We got Pair Spearman here. Lion does get killed off there, and now these blue scouts will push forward. Does pick off mini one scout there. It does pick off another scout as well, getting some good hits on the other. So now blue's in a good position here, but the force is still engaged. Blue, the spearman will get some great hits there onto red scouts. And there goes another other 2 as well, and good folks there as well. So blue's in a great position there, starting to wall in his own gold line there. Very nice. Now he's trying to crack it open. Blue only has a hand. Oh, blue's now going for a fast castle, or somewhat fast castle. It's 18 minutes, probably not that fast. Looks like the Mongol player is saving up some resources as well. He has enough gold for castle, but still going for spear villagers. Trying to crack open some of these palisade walls now. Some of these palisade walls are getting hit. You got these spearmen still moving around, poking down some more of the palisade wall there. Red spearman is trying to keep away blue's villagers, or not blue's villagers, blue scouts. There is an opening there for blue's forces to move in and out. I suppose red can also use as well. Let's pick up that spearman there. A couple of blue scouts are very, very wounded. Blowing up that villager can shank this one because it's down to 1 health. The other one is down to 7 health, so it'll take a couple shanks there to kill them all. Villagers do have 3 inherent damage, so it'll take 3 stabs from the knives to take it out. Now I got the mining camp receiving a bit of damage there. And right now, red is going for its own Castle Age. Blue's Castle Age now complete. And we immediately see a wave of cavalry archers. Cavalry archers do cost less, 10% less than Castle Age and 20% less than Pure Age. Blue Spearmen are starting to engage Red Spearmen. Red Spearmen's at full health, was at full health. Blue Spearmen were not very healthy. Looks like Red Spearmen will win out. Barely? No? Yes, barely. And he is going to take time to repair up that mining camp there. Does pick off the other Spearman there. Blue still pushing forward, and now do have a wave of cavalry archers. He has 3 archer range already pre-built. Very, very nice. The extra, that housing bone, lack of need of housing will provide a decent amount of wood over time, but it's really a set amount of wood. And of course, your opponent can always get some population room through castles as well. We got a single camel now being pulled up by the Mongols. He does spot the cavalry archers there. Cavalry archers do have Bodkin arrows research as well. They do have 6 range. We got a good number of cavalry archers now pulled in field. We got 9. We usually don't really see this number of cavalry archers this quickly. And now we've got 12. We got mass cavalry archers. What is Red going to plan against that? He's going for more scouts, which is not exactly a good idea. Camels don't have inherent pierce armor. While they do get bonus damage, they don't have inherent pierce armor. Scouts do have 2 inherent pierce armor. And the cavalry archers do have, looks like 8 attacks at the moment. Now here comes cavalry archers. Does get a good volley there. Doesn't take out any villagers though. Cavalry archers' inherent damage is not exactly great. Or accuracy, I should say. He can get Thumb Ring, he can get Parthian Tactics, he can get Heavy Cav. Cavalry archers gain some damage there onto the palisade wall there. And now I've got these scouts going on down. Finds a volley there and does take out a villager. Going for more of these villagers now. Got these forces now being pulled. Looks like Blue's maybe eyeing for a forward castle. I'm not sure what these villagers are doing. No, just trying to find a forward mining camp there. May have been misrallied. These cavalry archers moving around. Blue does have 56 villagers. Red only has 45. And now we've got the camels on the retreat path, but he's taking time to focus on the ones that's not in his retreat path, which means he's able to fight the ones in the retreat path much better. Not stutter stepping, firing there, just trying to run away. A good number of cavalry archers there. Does take out a number of villagers there. Very, very nice. He's overwhelming his opponent for a large number of cavalry archers. Like, this is an absurd number of cavalry archers. You don't see this many in general, let alone in Castle Age. I think he's fine. No, I think the reason why he's going for so many cavalry archers, a lot of Mongol players have been going for steppe lancers, which they have less pierce armor than knights, which makes cavalry archers more general purpose in this situation. Going for knights may be better than going for cavalry archers since they have much higher pierce armor and health. And no, they have the same health. Did not got these cavalry archers pushed forward. Finds a volley there. Camels were not exactly properly engaged there. They was froze for a moment. Oh yeah, stop move order. There's simply not enough camels on the field. What is Red eyeing right now? Scorpions. Interesting. They do have what, 7 or 8 inherent pierce armor, which means they would take 1 damage each from the cavalry archers. It's not half bad, but there's just a lot of cavalry archers here. Villager does go down there. And does roll a miss there. Camel's still moving around, trying to go for mass camels. He needs more pierce armor. And we now have 36 cavalry archers. And camels do have no real inherent pierce armor, just only research. Scorpions getting some damage there. Getting some more damage there. Has he gone for ballistics? No, he has not gone for ballistics just yet. There we go, ballistics on the build queue, very nice. Has he gone for thumb ring? He does not have thumb ring just yet. For advanced support, gains some good damage there. This guy's Scorpion gains good collateral damage there. Scorpions do have range of 7. Cavalry archers right now have a range of 6. Camel does go down there. And the barracks has seen a bit of fire there. Does find a volley there onto these scorpions, starting to clear them up. Very nice. Villagers starting to be focused down first. Another villager does go down. Red right now has 65 villagers versus a 90 of the Huns. Very, very nice. And now I do have a castle being pulled out on a tiny bit of high ground as well. Red should be able to see that, right? Oh no, red does not see it. Blue's placed that perfect. Actually, hasn't, not perfectly. There's still one more tower, it looks like, but still excellently. And now there's all suddenly a castle shooting his villagers. And some of them are being fed on the wrong side. Does take out another villager there. Red's now down to 70 villages. Blue's up to 693. Red is eyeing for more camels. I think knights are just generally better in this situation, as they're higher pierce armor. Got thumb ring now being pulled out of field, hand cart, as well as gold technology. As with some bugs, looks like there's a Hun place from the eye for some relics. Some good hits there as well. And more of those camels do go down. Do you have this Mangonels on advance forward? And now I got a couple monks here. He may be just eyeing for forward healing, which is actually a good idea. Though you would need a good number of monks for that. Another township being pulled up by blue. Very nice. Paul just trying to clean out the gold. Red township here will likely go down. Blue so far deploying on no villagers at the moment. And it has a single queue so far. While red right now has only a single queue of villagers at the moment, not one building more from this town center. Town center will go down there. Got 4 scorpions here, very nice. Do we see heavy scorpion research for the Mongols? Or the Imperial Age for it? Yep. You can get heavy scorpions as well as siege engineers. See, what is red eyeing for defense? Actually, red is going for Imperial Age. Game wheelbarrow as well. He has a second town center back here. Scorpions aren't advancing forward. Does get interrupted by some of these villagers here. Does get some good collateral. But he has a good number of monks in this region. There should be the 3, but that's more than enough for health regen for the time being. A lot of these farms want to go on down. Three Mangonels are here as well. Blue's just slowly pushing his way forward. Has not quite many relics at the moment. And now we've got a defensive capsule here. Cavalry archers right now, they only have 2 pierce armor. Parthian tactics does increase their pierce armor, what, by 2? Parthian tactics. Yeah, I can't exactly select on it, look at it. But Richard increases pierce armor by 2, melee armor by 1, as well as increase bonus damage for spearmen by 2. He cannot get all the pierce armor researchers. This is very important. Imperial Age has been researched by red. Blue's Imperial Age is almost complete. He needs to get heavy cap archers out as well. He has a Magnite on the field. He has no archer upgrades at the moment. Literally nothing. His Magnite will be outranged severely. He is trying to see Magnite can be used versus the Mangonels, that's for sure, but he needs fletching at least. He doesn't even have fletching on the research build field. He can't get up a bracer. And camels do get focused down there. We got now a castle run being deployed out on the field over here as well. Magnite being queued on up, which is going to get some health regen on the wounded ones. Villager count is 129 to 84. The local player has been pushed out to the back of the map. Though it looks like Blue is starting to claim a lot of woodlines there. He has some idle villagers here and there as well, such as like right here. Nope, they're no longer idle. We do have Heavy Cav Archer. He has Parthian Tactics as well. Doesn't have Chemistry just yet. Chemistry's now completed. Apparently the Huns can't even get a fast watchtower. That's sort of humorous. Yeah, they can't get much defensive technologies, can they? But now got the trebuchets engaging each other. Remember, Hun trebuchets are 30% more accurate. They should be able to be very useful in Treb Wars. Red's villagers trying to repair up this castle. Right now, Blue has got a bracer. Doesn't have Bodkin Arrow just yet. A lot of rocks are hitting the red keep or castle. And Mega Knight do get out the side of the castle now. Another red trebuchet being deployed on out, or has been deployed out. And Red's castle does go down. A number of the heavy cav archers do go down to the trebuchet fire. And now Blue's trebuchets are focusing down Red's trebuchets, and they should win out this no problem. One of Blue's trebuchets do go down as well. And got a triple volley. Not perfectly accurate, but they still do reasonably better in Treb Wars. It looks like Red does back of the game now. This is Angry saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition replay. Spawn on the top right side as the pink Malians, we have Nisiko. Spawn on the bottom left side as the green Vikings, we have Zav, or Xmoth Emax Zav. Usually the dot before the dot is a clan symbol, but got another thing that looks like a clan symbol, so I have no idea what is the clan symbol. Let's cover each player's civilization bonuses. Malians are infantry civilization. The boons cost 15% less wood. Barrack students get +1 Purist armor starting in the feudal age. And villagers drop off 15% more gold. Unique units like a Beto, a fast-moving axe, knife-throwing infantry unit, and Tigwell. Downtown's Fire Airswell and Garrison, Worthless Research, and Farambia. Government get +5 attack. Very useful. And your diversities walk 80% faster. This map does also have ships, so maybe the Vikings ship bonus is going to be very useful. Vikings, infantry and naval civilization. Warships cost 50% will cost less per age, starting in feudal age. 15, 15, then 20. So a little bit weird. Infantry cuts plus 20% hit points starting in feudal age, which is going to be very useful as well. So in a state of fight, the Vikings will appear to be used more better in the naval and infantry, but the economic wise looks like it's better for the Malians. However, Vikings also get free wheelbarrow and handcart. That is actually great. Not only keeps the villager count high, so you don't have to take time to research that stuff, it also means you get immediate benefit with the free wheelbarrow. Now it looks like the scout does get some slices there. And the Viking managed to get nearly a full wall in immediately. Looks like it's a bit of a breach right there. But the Viking place has a pretty good wall in, while Pink does not. Communicated Berserker, a relatively fast infantry unit with health regen, very, very nice, and the Longboat, which is, let's see, it's a ship that does fire more arrows. I think it's more effective 1v1 versus the galleys, but it's more expensive. So its main benefit is population efficiency, if I remember correctly, as well as being a bit more effective versus buildings with the extra arrows. Unique text. Chieftains. Infantry deals bonus damage to cavalry. What was that? That's just the scout probably there. Unique infantry deals bonus damage to cavalry. Generate gold when killing villagers, trade units, and monks. That's quite a bit of a handful. I'm not sure. Infantry deal bonus damage versus cavalry, so does it make it so that your swordsmen just do more effective for acts as spearmen, and to a small degree, which could be very useful since his opponent may deploy out cavalry instead of Farambia. Volksavir. Archer line and longbows get +1 attack. That's not bad. Oh yeah, Berserker gains now incorporated with the Elite Berserker upgrade, isn't it? Going from Mass Galley versus Fire Galleys, throwing, remember his ships cost, yeah, his ships do cost less than feudal wage. Warships at least, not fishing ships. So this should be very good to mass up a bunch of galleys. Let's take out both those galleys there, but the Fire Galleys will go down. Some villagers do receive some burns. And the rest of those galleys do go down. Scout still here has his 2 goats. And I do have these 2 galleys here. He may want to go for some of his own fire galleys right now. Just building more and more galleys. He may be just being gold cheap. And Pink here has 2 sides. There's a lamp here, so Pink could potentially go for one side or the other side, which means he could produce a lot of defense force here. Protect the fish here. So there's potential that Pink could be defensive, while Green has a lot more opportunity to be not attacked from one side or another side. So this split here could be interesting. Galleys not advancing forward. Of course, I got these fire galleys push way forward as well. We've got a good number of galleys being pulled out here as well. We've got 3 docks versus just, yeah, 3 versus well. Oh yeah, team bonus. Docks cost them less as well, so another slight bonus for the Vikings. Another dock being pulled out over here. Looks like the Viking player is actually a pop cap doing mass producing these ships. How much is the bonus of the ships cost? Sorry, I don't remember the cost of ships. I don't really know ships all too well. See, galleys is right now 77.26. And the... oh, he can't get fire galleys whatsoever. Okay. That is important to know. That's why he's going for a mass galley, because he can't get anything else. So he can always go for some demolition raft. Fire galley receiving quite a bit of damage right there. And will go down. We got 5 fire galleys over here. Maybe trying to push his way forward. We'll be fighting against mass galley, of course. And Green has claimed the seas, though he does have these ships, some ships scarce inside these docks. He could go for another dock over here just simply for fishing. Green could push forward, knows that there is no sea connection here, which gives him, may force him to wander back home. We also sees a lot of docks over here, but that does pose just general questions. He may want to send a galley on the other side of the map just to scout out the region. Fire galleys maybe eyeing for a bit of a flank. Overall, seems like the... oh, got Castle Age being pulled up by the Viking player. Finds some of these fishing ships and does deny the fishing ships, but we do also already have Castle Age for the Malian player, and now he has a regular fire ships deployed on the field. These galleys need to just run away. Fire galleys or fire ships are really fast, but they're not fast fire galleys just yet. And you just want more villagers, more fire ships at the moment. And overall, the galleys of his opponents start to go down. He's going to lose all of them. There's a massive number of fire galleys here. He needs demolition raft. He can get demolition raft, right? Navy dock. Here we go. Yeah, he can get all the fire ships. And I do have some demolition raft being put on field. Castle Age is on the wave. I think that's a whole bunch of demolition raft, which can do some significant splash damage. He's not really separating all these guys. And this is a choke point. Excellent for these demolition raft. And may go for some long ship later on. We don't see any ground forces by either player. He still has an excellent little concave there. Come on, let me see. Does get some demolition raft hits there. Gains some good hits there with the demolition raft, but he simply didn't get them upgraded. Did he? Some more hits there. Do have some now longboats being put on field. He may want to get them queued up. You may want to get these demolition raft good wave of them going. Oh, a couple of fire galleys got stuck here. Which will, let's see, does get hit there. Does have two range of 2, so these galleys actually may have a decent defensive position. Honestly, he may have trouble hitting it. More demolition rafts being put on field. Longbows are being micro around. The extra arrows make it a bit more effective for some pierce armor. And it looks like these galleys will be focused on down. Got demolition raft and a longboat there. The scouts do find each other, but Green Scout will win out. It does play in those goats. He does manage to skirmish, skirt around these forces. Very, very nice. There is a demolition ship there, so he has demolition ship research now. Demolition ship advance up forward. Chose with a higher health one there. Does get a great hit onto it. He could go for some guard towers in this area just to focus some extra damage on the ships, because guard towers do bonus damage versus ships. We got more waves of fire galleys with on field. He needs to take time to reinforce. Does lose a longboat there. He may want to get these guys killed off quickly. Does get demolition raft deployed on the field. And the longboat does creep on out of there. Gets a direct hit there, getting splash damage on 2 of them. Let's take out another one there. Does lose the longboat in return. He needs to get these guys evacuated there and start stabilizing the region. He needs to get a group of force there. Longboats do great in groups. And the fire ships do bad in choke points. Start focusing these guys out at one time. He does get this one here. He needs to get masked out. Fire ships now, longboats are they're starting to engage. He needs some great damage there. Focus down these fire ships. More longboats here. It's a messy situation for Green. Needs to hard focus down these guys. Does focus on the lone one there. Needs more fire ships or demolition ships. He's a good damage there. He's getting back in the corner. Longboats are still here. I still believe he needs to get some guard towers. Within Castle Age, maybe collect some stone for a castle. But the longboats are getting overran. Got more demolition rafts there. Great hit there. Multiple good hits. A single castle in this region would help him stabilize the entire region. I do got no dock over there. The Viking player has not claimed any use any stone at the moment. He may not even have a second town center. In fact, he's been skipping out village production. The Viking player down only has 44 villagers. His opponent has 56. Both sides are going heavy in ships and not really pulling out villagers, are they? Now Green's going for more villagers now. I think he's been really skipping out his villager production. More rafts there. Does have another longboat. Does pick off the wounded one there. He has more production there now. Has a forward dock as well. And I think Green's going to lose the game at the current rate. Trying to develop some more docks now. Trying to focus on the villagers first. They are seeing some 3rd-degree burns. At this current rate, more 2nd-degree burns. Yeah, I think the lack of defense there and Green does back in the game. I think Green should have got some stone and gone for a watchtower or 2. And I think he should have deployed some defenses there to help protect, so he could build up a good number of longbow numbers. Longboats do great in mass numbers, and he didn't have the mass numbers. Yeah, either way, this is Endgrid saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Yeah, a single castle would one to see defensively, then he could perhaps collect the fish on the far side of the map. Koreans versus Saracens. Greetings everyone, and great here for another H-Virus 2 Definitive Edition replay. Spawn on the bottom right side as the yellow Koreans, we have Sops. Spawn on the top left side as the blue Saracens, we have Nope's Zombie. Wait, is this? Oh, looks like both players start in low ground, which makes it not very great for defense. I think it's mega random. This may be buildable terrain there. There's a snow leopard trying to go collect some fishies. There are no fish actually on the map. No shore fish, no deep sea fish. So there's no fish on the map, just a single snow leopard in the water. And let's go over each player's civilization bonuses. Koreans, they are defensive and naval civilization. Villagers get +3 line of sight, stone miners work 20% faster. Tower upgrades are free. Bombard towers, however, still require chemistry. But you get some decent towers there. That's actually not half bad. In which, it also is bugged down here. You can see Bombard and Guard Tower there, so the replay system is a bit bugged. You just see the crop rotation icons. That's a bit humorous. I wonder how long it's been like that, because nobody really goes for tower defense, at least in a high-level competitive. Archer armor upgrades are free, not bad, and military units except siege weapons cost 20% less wood. Unique units of War Wagon and a turtle ship. Can you deploy turtle ships on this map? On those can you deploy docks here? Can you get turtle ships? Would turtle ships be good on the high ground? Can turtle ships even get high ground damage? These are serious questions. Either way, other benefits. In this spawn war is spawn. Watchtowers, guard towers, and keeps get +2 range. Shishikon Maginot line gets +1 range. That's actually very nice. And Maginots do not have reduced minimum range. That's actually not bad either. So more of a Maginot civilization as well. Whoops, I hit my microphone. My apologies. Saracens, camel and naval civilization. Marcus trade costs only 5%. Marcus cost minus 100 wood. Transport ships, not important. Galleys get +25% attack, which could be useful on this map. Can you deploy docks here? And camel units get +10 hit points. Unique units of Mamluk, which is a camel unit that throws swords. Zealotry, camel units get +20 hit points. And trebuchets and Maginots get +15% attack. Both of them have Maginots research. Porters get +2 attack versus buildings. Let's pick up the blue, yellow spearman there. Blue spearman does get picked off as well. Yet blue horsemen are being overwhelmed. Or was that blue archer there? But either way, yellows make a counterattack onto blue. And Snow Leopard finds some hits there, supporting yellow forces. Though yellow's scouts are getting whittled down, trying to focus on blue scout in return. And ooh, the lion, the Snow Leopard gets the kill there on the archer. Very nice. Spearman advancing on forward, and poke. Takes out the scout there. Archer's going to stay in and fight against the spearman. It does to get taken out. And this scout may have, this may be the auto scout. So having that auto scout around is not half bad. Got these forces now advance forward, trying to perhaps get some arrows onto stuff. And now trying to pull out some housing there. He will get a nice little defensive wall across the perimeter. Gold and berries can still be harassed. Oh, this gold line could be an alternative as well. Trying to pull out these housings entirely. He does need the population space, so he's going to risk these villagers in order to finish off the house. And there's going to be a lot of archers here. I say don't finish this house. This house does get finished there. The village needs to pull out as well. It does have a nice little round, little concave there. I like seeing round concaves. They just look nice. Over here, we do also have a round-ish concave, but it's not fully walled in. Now I'm patching up some holes with some markets there. There's also a pair of ibex here. He can pull out mills safe from the back line to collect some delicious goat meat. Stone is also part of the wall as well, but does have this backline stone. I think this map is also mega random. There's actually a lot of gold and stone deposits back at home, isn't there? Like, there's 3 gold deposits there. That's actually quite a bit. Over here, we've got just the 2s. No, we've got all 3s. So there's actually a lot of gold at home. On the flanks, got golden stone, but nothing contestable region. Those are more in the safe regions, aren't they? Stone here, that's more contestable. Gold over here, so it's got more of a split for south, while more the same for the north. That's a stone wall, not a tower. Why is there a stone wall there? Was that a mistake? Is that some sort of misclick? He built a stone wall rather than a stone tower? You got a good number of archers now engaging this farm. He is at the max range there, so his voting town center fire there does take out his farm there, making a lot of kebabs. And they're being left on the ground to spoil. Another farm now seems to fire there. Now I do have Castle H being pulled up by yellow or blue. Yellow has Castle H RN Goku. You may want to go for some skirmishers there. His opponent's going for heavy for his archers. He's got a lot of stone there. He may be eyeing for a fast castle. Go along with his castle. I hear another archer down here. Yep, we got this archer engaging this palisade wall or the house. And now do you have a market there? Yellow now has enough stone for a castle. Still needs more stone for more town centers as well. Are we going to see war wagons as a primary unit? He's been not pulling out anything, has he? We only saw some spearmen and some scouts. I think the Korean player is just going straight for war wagons. I really don't know what's the primary advantage of war wagons. Are they just basically a durable cavalry archer unit? Quote unquote archer? You now have a castle here, which will protect this gold deposit. Maybe allow them to collect some berries as well. And he didn't realize he's backing out the region. He probably doesn't have. Oh, he definitely does spot the castle there. Blue now has his own castle. Do we see a village? Let's see. He has spent his stone on something, likely onto a town center somewhere. Castle going on up for yellow. I don't know how effective war wagons does their shots. They look like crossbow shots last time I checked. Do they do collateral damage like crossbow, like scorpions? I mean. Now got crossbow and Bodkin arrow called Reavers. We've got fletching now for yellow. Fletching does affect both the towers and the castle. Don't know if it affects war wagon mostly. They get healed up by repair villagers there. I don't know if it gets affected by archer tech. I really don't know much for the war wagon. They do have 5 pierce armor at the moment, so they must be affected by. Oh yeah, he gets cavalry free archer research or armor research. So he has access. So these guys do get affected by probably by both by bracer and by the armor. War wagons now, he does destroy a house there. He's going to counterattack with the war wagons now. They have 5 range at the moment. And attack, 5 pierce armor, which will be effective versus those crossbowmen. Crossbowmen right now have 7 attacks, so they'll do 2 damage per arrow. And the war wagons, that's a little bit overkill on the single crossbow. Oh yeah, Saracen, so these archers do extra bonus damage versus buildings. There goes that crossbow. We got monks. Does it need redemption for war wagons? Not redemption. Is it redemption for siege units? Yes, it's redemption for siege units. You need redemption for siege units? It's going for sanctity. Trying to counter war wagons with monks. Guess we'll find out soon enough. Proxy monasteries apparently is a strategy against the Koreans. I'm not familiar with that. Looks like you can garrison the war wagons inside the monastery, but I'm pretty sure they get healed up by villagers, not by monks. I still don't know much about the unit, honestly. Sanctity now has been researched, so it'll take 5 hits to take them out. Getting a lot more monks as well. Oh, look at the map as well. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 relics. That could be a massive amount of tide of gold for blue. Right now, yellow's just being defensive. Of course, that's the Koreans. We got a relic claim on the front line. Fervor's not being researched. I can't remember what all these ones do. That one makes it so they regenerate their monk faith faster. Monk faith, okay, that's a great name. Yellow's being a little bit too defensive at the moment. Were those war wagons still inside the castle? Got Magan out here. Did he get? No, did not get the increased range just yet. And that is was that Imperial Age technology? That is Imperial Age technology. He could go for ballistics and go for a bunch of guard towers. More war wagons before field. He has a very, very large number of war wagons. So advance forward, and he does get the research off there. And he will lose one of the war wagons. He's splitting his fire there, getting a number of them converted. Does a good job focusing down. He will lose some of these war wagons. War wagons trying to hit the Mangonel. Mangonel apparently receives a bit more damage there. Fires a good volley there. Doing minimal damage there. Mangonel fires a volley down the crossbowman, but does roll a large miss. And many of these war wagons were converted. And he does have redemption there, so he may have needed redemption. I still don't know. Good number of the war wagons have gone down, but a good number of monks have gone down. How expensive are war wagons? They have to be pretty expensive, aren't they? Does take him out there, so they're able to roll on up and gun him down very quickly. Got a good number of monks here. Some of them have a monk conversion there. Does get a monk conversion off. Now the other ones have been converted there. Focusing on the war wagon first. Yellow's war wagons have seen quite a bit of damage there. Or some of them need repairs. Or healing. I still don't know if it's monks or villager. Yellow or Blue's now starting to push his way forward, trying to claim some of these other resource sectors there. Exotic Cat does get shanked, and his throat slit by the villager. And there's monks on the inside. And there are 2 rugs on the side, so this could be a bit of a pinata. Yellow needs to eye to get out his own monsters. There's a lot of relics in the field. We can't be neglecting these relics. With this so many. If your opponent claims all the relics, it's going to be a massive gold generation. And there's going to be soon be a bunch of monks popping out of this monastery there. And he may not... Okay, now he's trying to go for mass converge there. Does back off there. Battering ram pushes way forward. Very nice. But remember, he can always convert the battering ram now. He gets 2 of these converted as well. These war wagons are not doing much well. He needs to perhaps get heresy. Yeah, he's losing a large number of these war wagons, isn't he? I'm trying to see if he can get heresy. Oh, he can't get heresy. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Oh, it is hurting. He desperately would like to get heresy because now there's 5 war wagons to engage his 5 war wagons. Yeah, he needs scouts. He needs a scout line as quickly as he can. He can get up to Hussars. Cross over and converted war wagons so I make their way forward. We got another castle being pulled on out. Very nice. You got another castle being pulled out by Blue. This time forward castle. He's missing on these villagers. Got a good number of defensive war wagons. Castle's now gone on up. Now I got Imperial Age for yellow. He may even want to get out the Elite War Wagon research if he's really going to go for War Wagons. Wait, one of these Faith. That's conversion resistance, is it not? Or was that Theocracy? One of these allows him to get conversion resistance. He definitely does need that. Blue now has a good number of forward villagers there. We do have, looks like, does he cancel his own battering ram there, or kills it so he doesn't get it converted? Imperial Age now been researched. I don't think we even have a monster in the field. He needs the conversion resistance technology. Another siege workshop there and castle being employed on out. And now got blue has Imperial Age as well. We do now have Bracer now being researched by yellow. Blue is going for Pierce Armor research, as well as chemistry, as well as handcart. Now I do have some yellow trebuchets being pulled on the field. And blue's going for the, I think that's fast conversion, I think that's joint conversion, and that's an increased range. He's going for all the research technologies, barring heresy, converting enemy monks, and herbal medicine. Faith, I believe, is the conversion resistance. And yellow needs that. So going for some mangonels. He can get increased mangonel range. Let's see, monks. That's a line of monks, not crossbowmen, isn't it? And now they have 12 range, which is actually significant. Blue's trying to hit yellow's trebuchets. Some of these trebuchets on the low ground as well, so they deal less damage. Blue's repairing up the castle significantly. He's going to spend the rest of the stone on that. And right now, yellow's not pulling out a whole lot. He is lacking a bit of wood. Blue right now. There we go. Going for bombards. He's trying to strike those trebuchets down with some bombards. Is a good idea. He also has a good number of villagers on the field queue. Can yellow? What gunpowder units can yellow even get? There we go. Yellow can get bombards. Can get hand cannoneers. So maybe a good idea to go for at least the bombards. Do have a good number of War Wagons not pulling the field. He has Bracer, so they have 7 range. The monks do, of course, have an incredible 12 range at the moment. Crossbows are advanced on forward. Got the captured War Wagons going to throw them rounds there onto the trebuchets. These War Wagons need to start hitting these, of course, up north. Of course, there's still a massive squad of monks there. Bombards now hitting down these trebuchets as well. They'll be going down. Yellow's now eyeing for some crossbowmen. Maybe a little bit late for that. They got. Oh, I heard all those monks. I think they're individual targeting. And these monks are kitted out. I don't think the Korean players want to stand a chance for those monks. Bombards right now have a range of 13. Castles would have a range of 11. And I think maybe this with technology there may allow the towers to defend themselves against siege weapons, but they do have some pierce armor. Yeah, it's now advanced forward with these war wagons. Blue also has these skirmishers. They should do bonus damage for these war wagons as their cavalry archer unit. And I got another mass wave conversion. He's trying to get these conversions off. It's getting thrown by the bad terrain path there. Got a couple of war wagons being converted on now. Some of these monks are being killed off as well. And some of these monks are actually out of faith, like and probably queue them up. And all those war wagons start to go down. Got yellow crossmen advance forward, but there's just it's going to be game over for yellow, isn't it? And yellow does cast GG. He is far too defensive there. He went for war wagons, which I like it, but blue read him and countered spectacularly. This is Anacrid saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. That's important for counters. An unusual counter, but a successful counter. Greetings everyone, and great here of another H-Powers 2 Definitive Edition replay. It's on the bottom right side as the red Bulgarians with Mr. Smeagol. Spawn on the top left side as the blue Khmer. We have Mokhtar Nindaya. I have no idea how to pronounce that. Let's go reach player civilization bonuses. Bulgarians, they are infantry and cavalry civilization. You can also probably throw in the word defense in it as well. Militia line upgrade is free, which is actually quite nice. Town center costs 50% less stone, very nice. Blacksmith and siege workshop technologies cost 50% less food. Can build crate posts, which are like a mini castle, cost a half. Provide a good same amount of population. Doesn't have the same technologies, but base is a half of a castle. And generally more cost effective than a castle, really. Unique is the Connex. Is a very stubborn cavalryman. Unique techs, stirrups, cavalry attack 33% faster. Baggins, militia line gets +5 armor. Team bonus, blacksmiths work 80% faster. Over here, the Khmer, they are siege and elephant civilization. No boons required in the next age. On this sort of map for pre-built walls, that could be very useful. We do got now forward, barracks right there. It's going for militia rush with villagers. Let's go for the rest of the civilization bonuses quickly. Farmers don't require mills or town centers to drop off food, which can be nice. Battle elephants move 10% faster. Villagers can garrison houses. You can use the ballistic elephant, mounted scorpion, tusked swords. Battle elephants get +3 attack. Double crossbow, ballistic elephants and scorpions fire 2 projectiles, and get +1 range for the scorpions. Now we've got a tower rush here. I was actually not expecting a tower rush there. I was expecting more of a militia rush. We've got now mana arms deployed field. The mana arms, of course, are deployed out free, so we got excellent Bulgarians who have a good mana arms rush. Now I got these villagers facing forward as well, with trying to pull out some forward towers. Blue's now pulling out its own defensive tower there to protect this wood line, very nice, which also protects his gold. So this is a great position right there. He can also pull out farms this region as he gets enough food because they don't need drop-off points. So he can be very defensive right there and dig in this region. He will lose some of this infrastructure, but this infrastructure is relatively expendable. A mill to collect berries. Berries are okay, but not a thing too significant. Losing housing? That's fine. Housing's relatively cheap. Yeah, this area should be nice and secure. He may need to pull out another tower to protect out his stone line. And now I've got these villagers facing forward. He does get spotted there, and does immediately garrison inside the tower as well. Has a tower right there. Blue should be very reasonable defense. Does throw some arrows down the villagers. Very nice. Got these forces advance forward. He's going to have to focus them down. No weapon or armor research. And Blue's going for Castle Age? This is probably a bad idea, honestly. He has a pretty sizable siege in front of him. I suppose he can always deal with it. Now there's a bit of tower warrior there. Blue should win at the current rate. He has more damage on his opponent's tower. Red has not going for Castle Age at the moment. In fact, Red doesn't have a lot of resources at the moment. Not enough for. He's far from Castle Age. Blue is trying to go for Castle Age. He is. No, I was going to say he doesn't have enough food income for builders, but he's castling up, so you don't need. You need 50 food by the time you get completed. And if he collects enough wood, he's able to pull out some farms over here. A battery ram wouldn't be half bad to gauge these towers out, clear out this infrastructure. Oh, another watchtower here. Yeah, if Blue can get out a siege workshop, pull out a battery ram, they can help poke some holes in the rest of the stuff. Sure, the villagers can of course stab it. We could do some play to help protect the battery rams. He also collected a decent amount of stone there. How much stone does he have? Not enough for a castle. And castle is not complete. Oh yeah, Khmer. No buildings required in the next age. This is actually saving him even on wood costs in order to get to a castle age. Now he has access to some heavy assets. So he's going to spend time to get some food out. He does need a food. There you go. He needs another villager on the build. He has a 50 food there. There we go. His villager production has been neglected because of this castle age. He's at 21 villagers versus 28. If he gets another town center, he should be fine. He can let this stuff die. He has enough population there. He can lose to the housing. Nothing more than that. But housing is relatively cheap. Now just going out farm over there. Very, very nice. What's red eyeing? There's just eyeing for villagers there. He's far from castle age. More farms going up by blue. Very, very nice. Now these forces are trying to push him forward. Of course, he has protection in the town center. He does not really have the defense over here, but there's only mana-arms. The villagers can be brought off the line in order to stab them. Going for the stone right now. Let's see. He has 17 villagers there. Could maybe stand to get a second tower in this region, help protect this area. He may want to try getting another town center in this area to help protect this region. Just the forces right there. Red's not going for more spearmen. He's maybe concerned about knights. Villagers getting some great damage there on the man-at-arms. He needs to get these back on the line. Now getting a lot of stone being collected out. Blue's getting a good reserve of stone. He may be eyeing for a forward crate post if he goes for a castle age. He's still far from castle age. He's going for scouts as well. I disagree with scouts. Villagers not being brought in the line, trying to shank these men-at-arms. Seems good work there. Blue will have less villagers. They'll get another second town center up and going. Oh, I now just saw this. I was not paying attention over there, so Blue's eyeing for counter that. Has a breach there, has a scout, has 2 knights, has a pair of scorpions. That's a sizable force there. And if Blue's able to pull out some battery over there and clear out some of that infrastructure, losing all those houses is actually going to be very important. Trying to go for another watchtower now. And Blue does not have enough stone for a what's it called? A castle. But I think he's eyeing for a town center somewhere, or just going for another wood line over here. Another palisade wall does go down. Now you should be able to go through that breach. Red deletes a wall over there for some odd reason. There's a lot of watchtowers here. But now Blue's advancing forward. The Scorp's going to be very useful in engaging these spearmen. Got more Scorpions being pulled out and out. Looks like Blue's just eyeing for more villager production at the moment. Red's eyeing for scouts and villagers as well. Scorpions do find a volley there. Knights running over on these forces. Let's get a good hit there on those villagers. I honestly haven't really seen Scorpion harassment on villagers before. And they're doing some decent work there. He does have +1 range to Scorpion as well of his team bonus, so they do have decent range. 8 range is actually a significant amount. Going for a forward monastery? Okay. And all this infrastructure here is just taking out some more of these housing. Right now, Red's at Pop Cap as well. Finds another kill down the villager. That'll free up Pop Cap. Blue's going for more knights and more villagers at the moment. Red is still pretty far away from going from Castle Age, isn't he? Yep, he's spending his food on everything but Castle Age. Now villagers being crawled on for as well. Scorpion's getting some great hits on these villagers, getting some excellent collateral damage. Spearman are cleaning up the knights. Scorpion does go down right there. Now this knight has free range of this wounded villagers. Great collateral shot there. Red's losing a large number of villagers there. It's gonna be 29 to 34 villagers. Red still has a superior number of villagers, but he's still at a massive tech disadvantage. Now the Scorpion does go down there. They got this monk here, and Blue's trying to convert a spearman. Very nice. They'll just have bandit, of course, not collecting that wood. Maybe it's been safe to go for this wood here, but either way. Another tower's being pulled out. He's creeping forward, hitting the gold, and does Blue know about that gold deposit there? Blue knows about that gold deposit, and guess what? There's a mining camp there. Scorpions now seeing some hits up from the scouts. Scouts do bonus damage versus siege weapons. And now Blue's just eyeing for more monks. He is low on food at the moment. He needs more, there we go. He's pulled out some farms around the lumber camp now. We've got another town, now Watchtower being pulled up by Red. He's starting to be defensive as well. Blue does have enough stone for a town center. He may want to get a town center up and going in order to protect that external resource collection. Getting some good hits there. Trying to build this watchtower. Great collateral damage on these villagers. Now Scorpions are backing on off. He can deploy battering rams. Maybe, yeah, there's a battering ram. Ready to batter down some of this infrastructure. Another tower right there. Jeez, cool little the towers. It's not going anywhere. Well, the tower's not going anywhere, but and I suppose villagers have went somewhere, just not there. And pulling out more towers there. Jeez. I don't think I've ever seen this many towers before in a tower rush. Most people back off after 1 or 2 towers, but he is stubborn. There are towers everywhere. Red has no food reserve at the moment, and still no Castle Age in sight. He just may not get Castle Age this game. Trying to get this conversion there. Remember, scouts do resist conversion. And all the monks do go down. Blue should eye a siege workshop over there and start getting out some battering rams. Villager's not trying to stab these battering rams there. Knights getting some good hits there. The villager count's now 35 to 30, now 34 to 35, so Blue has now pulled ahead in villager count. Very, very nice. He still does not have additional town set at the moment, so he's just doing a good job killing off opponent's villagers. Now the Knights are battering down some infrastructure as well. I think Blue's going to win this game. These towers have not accomplished enough. It's deploying more towers here just to be annoying. If they start building another tower, these villagers practically pull off line and start shaking the villagers. The scout goes before field, and this line here can be. The Knights get over here. There's gonna be a lot of dead villagers here. And there we go. He spots the villagers now. This farming bonus there, so you can build farms anywhere, has been critical. And of course, this gold mine is here as well. Red may not be aware of that gold. No, he does not. His scouting, if you look at the minimap, his scouting is non-existent. These villagers haven't pulled off the line or been shanked. Red now has 33 villagers. Blue has 39. Got a good number of battle rams here. He does blow up the villagers in the back of the battle rams, so now they can smash their heads in faster. Now he's going to try to shake these battle rams there. Scorpion's getting some great collateral damage onto these villagers, and the town center's about to go down. Scouts going to push right forward. He's trying to now shank these battle rams. He does get one, but the town center goes down. And Red Cast and GG. Excellent gameplay there by Blue. Only thing I would say you could do differently is perhaps just build a battle ram over here. Because honestly, even getting the housing destroyed would put... I suppose he has plenty of housing. There's a lot of housing there he perhaps could have destroyed in order to reduce his opponent's pop cap. By the way, that's Android saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. And I think Blue should have just... Red should have cooled it with those towers. He denied resources. He was spending too much in the towers, in which a lot of those villagers were over there not doing anything, collecting any resources. Malay versus Byzantines. Greetings everyone, and great here from another Age of Empires 2 Dividend Edition replay. So on the left side as the pink Malay, we have Meldeant. On the right side as the blue Byzantines, we have Baron de la Crevis. Briveza. Let's go cover each player's civilization bonuses here. We got a naval civilization. Red is sailing all the snow. Base XH is 66% faster, which could keep your villager count up high. Fishing traps, worthless here. Battle elephants cost less than Castle Age and Imperial Age. Infantry armor upgrades are free. Unique units, Combat Warrior, which is a half population quick spawning unique unit. We're also dirt cheap. Dalacrossi upgrades docks and harbors that are worthless, and Forced Levy, militia line gold cost replaced by additional food. He can only look to a swordsman, but still, that's a pretty effective trash unit. He can't. Let's see. He can't get Gambersons. He can't get supplies as well, so very important. For the Byzantines player, Byzantines. Defensive civilization. Buildings get plus health 10, 20, 30, 40% in each age. Camel riders, skirmishers, pikemen, halberdiers cost 25% less. Fire ships and drones attack 25% faster. Not going to be useful here. Advanced the next Imperial Age costs 33% less. And Town Watch and Town Patrol is free. Okay, technology to have free, but nice to have. Nothing real too critical. But I suppose when you put housing across the wall line, it does give you some little bit extra vision for everything, which is nice to have. Nothing critical, just nice. Unique units, a Cataphract, which is an armor bonus damage resisting unit, if I remember correctly. Greek unique text, Greek Fire gets +1 range, Bombard Towers get +5 blast damage. Here's how effective that is. Logistica, Cataphract Steel, Trample damage. Monks heal 100% faster, which actually makes them decent medics. Looks like the scouts are engaged in the scout. Looks like the pink scout is less health than the blue scout. And the scout damage is 5, so that is important because the blue scout can now withstand 1 extra hit. And we also got spearmen trying to poke that scout. We do, of course, got Fast Castle for both players. Of course, this is, of course, a arena-style map where they both get a set of basic walls. Both sides are trying to collect the resources. Got a second town center over here. Blue has a second town center as well. Only has 1 villager queue up going, so there's a bit of an oversight there. Going for more monks there. Blue has claimed 1 relic. Scout there trying to camp that relic there. No monster here. We've got 3 town centers in return. 2 town centers over here. The villager count is 41 to 38. The faster tech up there for pink was actually very important to keep the villager count high. And now there's a 3rd town center there. 4th town center here. Both players are eyeing the macro up. Let's fast forward to times 4 this one time. Both sides are literally just building villagers. Or blue is. Literally both sides just building economic stuff. No combat units whatsoever. Blue has claimed 3 relics. There's a safe relic over here, or a contestable relic there. Blue may spot it. He does find himself a 4th relic there now. Okay, I just hear military units. We do have combat warriors moving on the field. They're also relatively fast. They're cheap, they're weak, and spawn in across half population each. So we may see mass numbers there. We got Imperial researched by both players right now. We got the Spearman there. Takes out one bear, but the second bear will get you. No to expect the 2-bear timing attack from Gaia. Relic up here has not been claimed, so there's still 1 relic on the field, and blue has claimed 4, which is very important the long game goes on. And remember, blue's also designed around trash, so not sure if that means anything. Got 40 infrastructure people field, got the pair of combat warriors here, or 2 pairs of combat warriors. Blue may be eyeing for Cataphracts. He may be eyeing for mass Cataphracts. Got mass Gambit Warriors in clone field. Cataphracts should be reasonable versus them if they get trample damage. Of course, there's a lot of technology to research into. High ground onto the with the castle, but I don't think that may be a little bit overkill on Gambit Warriors. They only have 30 health right now. When I convert some of these Gambit Warriors, hard to tell how many there are being converted if I select them all. Looks like I got 3 has been successfully converted. And they all also have high health. I think he did lose a monk. And now I do got Cataphracts and Build going for fletching, just going for defensive towers there, gaining chemistry. He may want to go for murder holes with a number of Gambit Warriors on the field. Town Center does find some arrows on the Gambit Warriors. They do have 5 Pierce Armor, so they can withstand Town Center fire a little bit better, which has 6 damage at the moment. And do keep in mind as well, we do got not a lot of woods left right there, so may see some a potential breach there where both sets are streaming on in. Cadaver trample damage could be very useful, and the fast respawn of mass production Gambit Warrior could also be useful as well. We've got Elite Skirmishers now pulled on the field. Of course, we've got the Cataphracts here, as well as some of the converted Gambit Warriors. Of course, I don't really have a whole lot of stock of Gambit Warriors, but designed to be cheap. It goes down there. We do got multiple towns archer range supply on field. He's going for Elite Skirmisher research. May see the spam being put out, and blue's going for hand cannoneers. He's going to put out a lot of hand cannoneers here. Relic up here still claimed, so blue will have still that possibility to claim a 5th relic. Cataphracts are advancing forward. They do only have 2 Pierce Armor at the moment, but of course, Elite Skirmishers, they are anti-cavalry unit. Not cavalry unit. Anti-archer unit. May see some spearmen here for the Malay person. Of course, as well, he can't get 2-handed swordsman as a trash unit as well. It's hard to say that if the longer this game goes on, I'm not sure how it's going to pan out. We got a big wave of spam here. Blue's converted Gambit Warriors, gain some hits on in, and not being contested. We do got some monks here. Remember, they also act as medics. You now got squires being researched by Pink. Let's see anything unique here. He can't get halberdiers. Does get squire. He may transition to mass 2-handed swordsman, or just some pikemen wouldn't hurt it versus the Cataphracts, but of course they do resist the bonus damage, if I remember correctly. And trample damage could be very useful for the Gambit Warriors. Looks like Pink is at pop cap. Let's see what blue's going for at the moment. Going for some bombard, good subscription, bodkin arrows well. He has hand cannoneers. Will we see blast damage bombard towers? Outposts here will go down. Got layers of stone walls there. Blue, no, that's a pink outpost there. Both sides are just macroing up, so we may see some sort of explosive engagement. That's another blue castle there. Got a nice mix for us here. Seeing some more Cataphracts in the build queue. Got some halberdiers here as well. Overall, I'm liking blue's composition a little bit better. The bombard's going to be very useful against the counter any sort of siege. as well as hit buildings. The hand cannoneers is pretty much what I would say Blue's good. A handful of them, just all he needs, really. I do want to see blast damage bombard towers. This may be very good in this situation. There's seen some fire there. Will we see the two-handed swordsman research? I'm not sure if he has or has not have it researched yet. Blue's going for a limestone walls there. That's very understandable. Ink's not contesting this army that's slowly advancing forward. Byzantines can get both the... No, they cannot get the architectural researches. But I believe their increased health is still superior, but I think they don't get the extra armor, don't they? I suppose it's not really important. A good number of skirmishers here versus another good number of skirmishers. Large number here. I just realized something as well. I probably should disable the preview on OBS. I'll help with solve some frame rate. Now I got Bombard Cancer deployed out over here as well. Got a monk deployed on the field. Let's see what monk research you can get. You can get everything except for that one gives you joint conversions, and this one provides you faster recharge, if I remember correctly. I always get the monk technologies mixed up. Now going to layer housing there, so it's going to be down to a big choke point battle here. Oh, is that the... We got now Imperial or Elite Cataphracts now being deployed on out or researched. Very, very nice. I still want to see the bombard damage, and as well as hopefully maybe he has trample damage as well. It's hard for me to say. I can't look at his research up here. Halberdiers advancing forward, getting some good damage there. Siege Workshop does go down. Now Blue's going for another castle. Blue does not have Murder Holes research, but as long as two castles next to each other, he doesn't really need it. Halberdiers advancing forward. Now here comes the Cataphracts. He's not deploying a lot of Halberdiers. In fact, all the Halberdiers are now down. Cataphracts can find a great engagement if they go on in. Gambit Warriors falling back. Monks need some good healing here. Very nice. They're just going for more skirmishes at the moment. Got more Halberdiers on the build queue as well as some monks. And here comes the Elite Cataphracts. They do have 5 Pierce Arm. The Elite Skirmishers do have 7 damage. Play. Where are Blue's hand cannoneers? He still has actually the 5 hand cannoneers are actually in the back line. Probably a good idea to push them forward with the Elite Skirmishers. Cataphracts now charging forward, trying to overrun these forces. We got a couple monks here. And does not appear we have trample damage yet for Blue just yet. We've got more horse armor and crop rotation being researched by Ink. Cataphracts now charging forward. He does not have a proper counter to the Cataphracts at the moment. Horse is trying to get cleaned on up. Halberdiers advance forward, does take out the Cataphracts over there. Cataphracts now falling back, maybe trying to get back to the medics for healing. And the gold over here has been claimed. Blue has a gold deposit over here, and Blue likely has that. Does know about it. And Blue's actually claimed up this gold deposit first, so this not only has more relics, he's going to have more gold claimed. This is not looking good for Pink. Though he does have access to trash two-handed swordsman eventually. Now Blue's eyeing for another forward castle. Blue does know about the northern relic as well. Do now trebuchets being caught by Pink. All he really needs is one to slowly whittle down his opponent or force Blue beyond the offense. Nope, it doesn't look like the trample damage has been researched, but it looks like he doesn't need it. He's going straight for mass cataphract at the moment. Right now, both sides have a small gold, or Vegeta has a small gold reserve, but overall he's just getting overran. He's having trouble maintaining the point counter, the counter of these cataphracts. He just simply did not have enough halberdiers. Right now the villager count is 126 versus 108. Blue has less villagers, which allows him to pull out larger military. And since both sides have been a bit passive, that extra military made a critical difference. Cataphracts still going down as well, but they're getting picked up one at a time now, but he does lose his castle now. He doesn't have another castle. He won't be able to deploy out any Trash 2 and Swordsman. Ooh, these farms are not well placed, are they? So these villagers being picked on off. Pink does not have a big reserve of food either. He has a good reserve of wood. Blue has a massive reserve of all resources. I think Pink is going to get overran right now. Got all this infrastructure being taken on now. He's not deploying enough full defense force here. He does not have enough food income for maintaining his halberdier production at the moment. Nor does it seem like I have enough barracks at the moment either. And it's still almost a breach here. We do have now a tower engaging Blue's town center. Starting to get a force of halberdiers here, but this now skirmishers advancing forward, trying to poke away against these halberdiers. And now you have to have the Trash 2 and Swordsman being put on the field, which is going to be very necessary. Wait. Okay, now I see them build queue. I don't know why I didn't see them build queue beforehand. The Trash 2 and Swordsman is going to be very important dealing with these skirmishers. They only have 7 attack, and these 2 and Swordsmen do have 6 pierce armor, which means they're going to sustain 1 damage each. There should be enough 2 and Swordsmen to overrun these skirmishers. Halberdiers can push on forward as well to engage. There's still a massive wave of cataphracts. 2 and Swordsmen will do reasonable damage to the cataphracts. I think he destroys his own structure there, so get better concave. And the skirmishers are actually getting some decent damage on these 2 and Swordsmen. It's just the pathing's causing a bit of issue for Pink at the moment. But these 2 and Swordsmen will wipe out those cataphracts, or not cataphracts, these skirmishers. What is on Blue's build queue? More cataphracts. That's going to be a lot of cataphracts put on the field. Though he has 40 spare population space, these cataphracts taking their sweet time to be built on out. But there's going to be a massive force here. Pink has another castle here. Blue does not have murder holes. It may be good idea for going for murder holes. He has hoardings, giving castles more health. They have 8,000 health. Good damage there on the castle. Ink, his stone reserve is shrinking down. He's down to 30, 20, 10, and 0. This castle will go down. Looks like Blue's out of queue on his cataphracts. Got a massive wave of cataphracts push way forward. And it's going over on Blue's infantry, no problem. Looks like we do not... Actually, we do have splash damage now. Looks like we do have trample. Blue is claimed now the last relic. And Pink does back the game now as well. He was not aggressive enough, and Blue was able to just steamroll when he got his trash, or just what got going faster. Maybe those Karambit Warriors were the issue. They're cheap, though. I'm not so sure what Pink could have done better in that game. By the way, it's Anagrid saying, thank you for watching. On to next replay. Got enough time for one more replay for tonight. let's try something a little bit unique when it comes to people selecting units. I think, yeah, let's do this one here. Greens have 1 and grade here of another 8 bars to Definitive Edition replay. Spawn on top left side as the red Tatars. We have 4 Volantos. Spawn on bottom right side as the green Aztecs. We have Wildred. I probably butchered that. Weirdred? I had no idea. Let's go over each player's civilization bonuses. Tatars, Cavalry Archer Civilization. Villagers get plus 50% food from herdables. New towns can spawn 2 sheep starting Castle Age. Units deal plus 25% damage from fighting from higher elevated. Thumb Ring and parking tactics are free. Unique units Keshik, which provides you gold for each time it does pokes. And the Flame Camels, a meme unit. Silk Road, Light Cavalry, Steppe Lancers, and Cavalry Archers get +1/+1 armor, which actually is not bad. Limited Siegecraft, Trebuchets get +2 range, and gives you the Flaming Camels. Teambows, Cavalry Archers get +2 line sight, so they have some self-spotting capability. Green, the Aztec, their infantry and monk civilization. Villagers get +3 carrying capacity, which gives you minor resource collection rate, because you have less of them moving around. Military units get upgraded 11% faster. Monks get +5 health for each monastery technology, and they have access to all of them, including Sanctity. They start with +50 gold. Jaguar Warrior, and anti-infantry specialist. Unique techs, Outlato, Skirmish get +1 attack and range, which is pretty nice, and Garland Wars get infantry +4 attack, which probably can be very useful for his Eagle Warriors to engage these cavalry units, as they do get bonus infantry cavalry, not as much as Spearmen. But getting +4 attack for them wouldn't be half bad, and they can help keep up with the cavalry. Team bonus. Relics get generate additional gold income, which is not half bad either. Scout moving around. This area is fully walled off by the trees, and it looks like Green's eyeing for a bit of a weird wall placement, looks like. Green now has deployed out in archery range, may eyeing some early archers. And right now is going a bit of a flat wall right there. Nothing says a wall than flatness. Scout is moving around. Do got the archery ring garrisoned by something, and do have some skirmishers now being deployed on the field. Eagle Scout has a bit of fire there. The regular Scout has not received a lot of damage. Trying to wall the rest of this region. And you will get that walled on off. Even walling off the Eagle Scout before going on in. That looks like both players are just equaling up at the moment. Now just more defensive skirmishers. Looks like green designed for defensive skirmishers. He knows his opponents will line up some archers. And he went for the counter unit immediately. We do have fletching research here. I'm trying to find the skirmishers for green. He does not have fletching yet for his skirmishers just yet. Trying to advance on forward. Without fletching, he will have a bit of trouble hitting these archers, but he does have a superior number there. The scout does receive some damage there. We got a single archer here harassing the wood line. The archer, of course, does. The villagers have right now 2 pierce armor thanks to Loom, and so these archer hits would do 3 damage each. Trying to hack down this palisade wall once again. And we got another wave of archers being put on field. Green still has not gotten his fletching research. He may want to eye for that fletching research sooner rather than later. Does have a blacksmith now put on the field. He's a bit low in wood. He has plenty of gold. He may have invested a bit too much in gold at the moment. Going for town watch. Wait, it's going for town watch and not more villagers? Okay. Right now the villager count is 35 to 31. Green has less villagers. He can't be going for town watch right now. Of course, he doesn't realize he has less villagers. But he needs just villagers. He's stalling out? No, he's nowhere near enough for Castle Age. I'm not sure what the Aztec player is doing. They go now to start getting more villagers there. Archers now advancing on forward, trying to pass some engagement there on the wood line. Let's get some good hits there on those villagers. Doesn't have fletching just yet. Now going for Castle Age. Oh, that's why he went for all that gold. He actually bought his way up to Castle Age. Do not have another Eagle Scout in play field. Let's go and transition to Eagle Scouts or Eagle Warriors. Historical fact: Eagle Warriors are prime. While Aztecs are a death cult, they incorporated that as a society. In order for a regular peasant to become a nobleman, they can become an Eagle Warrior, a nobleman, simply by capturing 3 sacrifices. Not 3, 10. If they capture 10 sacrifices, they become a nobleman, an Eagle Warrior. And those who try to glamorize the Aztecs, just make sure they realize they were an actual legitimate death cult. After all, when their major pyramid was completed, they celebrated by sacrificing approximately 30,000 neighbors. And they took that blood from all these holy sacrifices and anointed their cities with it. So imagine spreading blood, holy blood, all across the city. Can you imagine the smell of that? It probably smells worse than Auschwitz, probably. Even though they processed, quote-unquote, more people. But literally spreading blood everywhere. That smell must be horrendous. Of course, we do not have Castle Age for the Aztec player. Joining his Eagle Warrior research now. Red is going with his own Castle Age now. Being very defensive there. He's going to get crossbow and bottom arrow research immediately. And now we got this Eagle Warriors advancing forward. Let's get some good damage there. Eagle Warriors do have 4 pierce armor. They're going to stand quite a bit of abuse from these archers. No crossbow research there. And the gate was open. A couple of them did escape on through. Archer attack is 5. And these Eagle Warriors had 4 pierce armor, which means they took 1 damage each from each of those arrows. He still can get more armor research. Do not have some lancers to be put on field. Step lancers. And does have bodkin research, arrow research, but not crossbow research. He can get crossbowmen, not arbalists, however. And he's going for more of these archers there. He may even just get crossbowmen. He needs to plan to be defensive with them and offensive with the step lancers. It's probably still a good idea to go for at least crossbow research. We've got another town center been put up by the Altara player. We do have now 2 town centers here and a 3rd on the way. Green does not have stone inside his walls, so we wouldn't need to claim that. And it looks like Red does not have stone inside his walls either. But he does have an extra bit of gold inside his walls. Do not have crossbow research as well as bodkin arrow for Red. No armor research for however. Let's take out that villager there. And now we have the town center under fire. Remember, crossbowmen do have a range of 7. Towns have a range of 6. Eagle Warriors trying to poke their way through this palisade wall there. We've got the step lancers push way forward. Eagle Warriors will not find a stab there onto the step lancers. They do have some bonus damage versus cavalry. Do we see the elite skirmisher upgrade? Don't even have fletching at the moment. And Green's not eyeing for any upgrades on those skirmishers. And it does take out all those Eagle Warriors, and they weren't actually properly attacking. They were on a hold ground stance, and the actual range of the step lancers may have made these step lancers took very little damage. They took little damage, and nothing too critical. Got from now, fletching being researched now. Remember, the Aztecs do also have Atlatl giving skirmisher +1/+1. Oh, +1 attack, +1 range. Which is actually very powerful indeed. Let's get some archers there. We do got these crossbow receiving a bit of fire there. Give some damage there on the house. Over here, we do got these Steplants push way forward, being chased down by some Eagle Warriors. Looks like they will be focused down because there's a good number of Steplancers there, and they do have the +1 range, which gives them the first strike. We do have some Mangonels being put on field, more Eagle Warriors as well. And also 11 idle villagers. That's a little bit too much there. And these Eagle Warriors are getting picked off one at a time. That's not good. Does manage to find this Steplancer there by Lonesome. Does pick it off, but still lost the Eagle Warrior. Scorpion, however, getting overrun by the Steplancers as well. These Eagle Warriors, he needs to rally them a bit properly. He's losing a lot of them. And I think he doesn't realize his mistake. Or now realizes his mistake. He's saying, what the fuck? One Steplancer does go down there. Let's get some good damage on onto these Steplancers. And now do have this barracks under fire. They worked rowdy right there. And this barracks here was also routed right there. He is not properly routing his forces. He's trying to go for some monks now. He is a monk civilization, of course, but no research onto them just yet. We got these Eagle Warriors here. Does get a couple kills in Steplancers. Taking out some housing now. Mangonel trying to defend himself. Does pull out another pair of housing there. He's lost too many Eagle Warriors. He needs to get a large enough group. Mangonel, if they get some good shots on the crossbowman, that would be very handy. And Eagle Warriors do take out those Steplancers there. Trying to go for more housing there, and this palisade wall will go down. Does not get them ghosts in time. Both of those villagers do go down. Right now the villager count is 33, the first is 82. There's another villager there. Monk trying to get a conversion there. Does get a conversion, pair of conversions off. Getting a pair of Steplancers of his own now. As against the towns up there, Steplancers do have less pierce armor than Knights, so they will sustain extra damage from the town center, at least from the primary arrow. The Steplancers now trying to back on off the region. We're going to take time to focus on the opposing Steplancers. If Green's able to convert a stables, he's able to get some Exordal's warriors. I probably butchered that word. Which are basically equivalent to Knights. Does get a conversion off of one of the Steplancers there. Very nice. The monk transition's been good. But does lose some of these monks still. Get a pair of Steplancers there. Crossbow finds some good volleys there. Has the high ground damage there and annihilates these Steplancers. Now he has these crossbows on the high ground, denying a lot of farm usage. Tries to get some conversions here. Does take out that Mangonel there, very nice. Does get conversion off. And does take out that Steplancer there. Lion nomming on some of these villagers, but he will defend himself. I think he killed that one himself in order to prevent it from being converted. Like Red is trying to stabilize this game, but still, I don't think he's in a great position. He has less villagers than his opponent. Will not get that scout somehow with 3 monks trying to convert it. They do have scout conversion resistance, but that is quite significant. Red's now eyeing for a defensive-ish castle. Right now, Range is eyeing for 5 village production, so he has that many villagers, and now got Imperial Age for Red. And he has a massive reserve of food. Oh, Brain's gonna be at a tech advantage for quite some time without getting Imperial Age. Yep, he's gonna be at a massive tech disadvantage. Do now have castle being plotted on the field. We may see Kashyyyks. No, we won't see Kashyyyks at the moment. Kashyyyks are relatively durable as well. There's a lot of the unique units we don't really see, like Boyars, Kashyyyks, Kipchaks. Let's see. Silk armor wouldn't be half bad. Gain +1 armor, +1/+1 armor, the Step Lancers, as well as the Cavalry Archers. He can get up the Hussars as well, so gain that for light cavalry as well. Hagenel finds a small hit there, but it does go down. Red's now eyeing for a forward castle. We do now have the Imperial Age almost complete for Red. Green is still pretty far behind, just going for Eagle Warriors. He needs to get out of his Imperial Age as soon as he can. Going for a defensive castle now. Green's at the high ground, which means it does do bonus damage. He has a good number of defensive crossbows here as well. Able to pick off these Imperial Warriors at one at a time. Hagenel finds a great hit there, leading through those forces. Does get a good dodge there. Get some good hits on those villagers, and now the castle has been completed. You can pull out some Kashyyyks there to help get some forward reinforcements. Imperial Age is now available for the Tatar player. He has a trebuchet being put on field, as well as a good wave of villagers. Right now, Red still has a superior number of villagers, and I remember seeing not a lot of villagers being produced on for Green. He may be eyeing for his own castle age moment, just needs a lot of gold. And his gold deposits are outside right there. He has no gold deposits over here, stone deposits. So Green's gold is denied. A lot of Step Lancers over here. He needs to get out some Spearmen for defense. Going for robotic and arrow research now. Maybe not a good time for that. Is Green's castle not firing? It must be firing against a cat keeper there, and I just don't see it. Right now, it's a trebuchet there on the high ground. Very nice. Archers trying to make their way through this house as well. And the Step Lancers getting some good damage there. Trying to go for another keep here, or castle there, just for defense. Green's castle now seeing quite a fire there. 2 trebuchets firing away. Green may need to invest his gold. Oh no, he's investing all this food right now. Battering Ram gains some good hits there onto the castle, but does get overwhelmed by the Step Lancers. And Green's castle is almost down. Getting repaired on up, but I don't think it's going to go well. Yeah, the red castles are annihilating those villagers. Green's now pulling out regular spearing. He does not have halberdier or pikeman research. He can't get halberdier, there's only pikeman. Crossbow firing away over here. We've got these Step Lancers advancing forward, trying to get some hits there onto these villagers. And now do have these Step Lancers pushing forward. Now I've got the heavy or elite Step Lancer research. Here, a monk conversion over here. Do have some of these Lancers being converted off. More Spearmen being pulled on the field. He needs those Spearmen as soon as they can. He needs also Pikeman research. He does get extra Pikeman research now. Losing some of these villagers there. He is down to 77, 76 villagers. Not a whole lot remaining. And he still has not been able to claim this gold deposit. He can't secure up a castle either because it's just too many trebuchets. Some of these Lancers are seeing some fire now from these pikemen. You now have a university now being pulled on out by Green. I'm not sure what technology is trying to get. Right, so deny some of those farms right there. 7 lines advancing forward. Maybe he could have got redemption to convert a trebuchet. And just getting some shot damage onto these lumber camp, doing 10 damage each per stab. And obviously a bit of damage there as well. Got a good number of battery rams for Green. That's the only thing you can use to gauge those castles. 8 wars moving forward, and Green does cast some GG now. And Santa Great saying, thank you for watching, on to the next replay. Those I mentioned beforehand, that's going to be my last replay tonight. I'm getting pretty tired right now. You may have seen me not as, what's the term, awake at the moment. So everyone, thank you for watching. Have a good evening. Get some good rest.